Let's see. We got that. That's all my. So we're live here. Live, everybody there? All right, so we're gonna go live over on YouTube, main channel, YouTube. Come say hi. Let's see, can we show you this? Whoa, that's trippy, huh? All right. I'll see you guys later. Hi from Boratia. I love Boratia. Everybody's there. Come on over. Come on over to Gareth Leonard. We're going live here. Let's see. Can I show you this? Where are we at? I don't know how to do that. You get it. You get it. I'm live on. Let's see. Oh, here we are. And now we're here. Yes. Let's see how quick you guys can maneuver from one to the other. See this? Got my secret basketball. Oh, this is nice. I actually like being on I love you too. Thank you for joining. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's see what's going on over here. Live over on YouTube. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Moving over from IG. Yes. Here we go. Move over from IG. Come on over. Travel. Just search Travel Deeper on YouTube. If you don't know, come over. Gareth Leonard, YouTube, main account, going live. Are you in San Diego? I am in San Diego. But this is where everybody's at. Come on over. Say hi. Love you guys. See ya. Are you sure you want to end your video? End now. You can earn money next time you go live. Try badges. Views or view insights. Share. Cover image. Well, they don't really give you a lot of good options for this cover image. There you go. That's funny. That's weird. I'm just kidding. Well, I like every image that I choose is like with my eyes closed. For this guy, you got to choose an image to save for your go live, and they're all just really weird photos. Let's see. Come on, find one with my eyes open here. Come on, baby. There we go. That's good. San Diego. Sure. Okay. Someone remixes it. All right, what's going on? I was just live over at Instagram for. Oh, can you guys hear me? Okay. Do I have headphones out here? Let me see if I can switch over these. Let's close this and let's go to headphones. On. Can you guys hear me okay? Or I just take these off? We can hear you. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Just hanging out in my little not very prepared. No, I'm not. This is just an impromptu live. I was over on IG. I haven't talked to you guys in a long time. Oh, is this gonna shake if I touch it? I'm gonna try not to touch it. No, I'm not very prepared. This is just a random impromptu live and not planned at all. I wanted to tell you guys I'm coming over and going live because there is a new episode on Gareth Eats. I've been told the guys on Instagram live. So if you already heard this is going to be real quick. Gareth Eats is a new YouTube channel, and the first episode went live today. So it's going to be a spin-off of the main channel, and it's going to be all based on food. So I wanted to have a separate place just for food videos where the goal is to start really focusing on this day in the life episodes. And so the whole purpose is to move in this direction where Gareth Eats will be all food, and then the videos that are going to be day in the life and more substance-based videos will be living here on the main channel. But it's just been a long process to make these big episodes happen because it's a lot of planning and connecting with the right people. And these episodes that I want to do, that takes a lot of red tape to jump through. And we got to get opinions and approvals from all these different people for these really cool and interesting episodes that I want to do. So just up yesterday, love your videos. Thank you so much. Where's the next travel? Next travel hopefully is we're doing Cuba very soon, Ecuador hopefully, and then British Columbia for a couple of special features, but a lot in the US for special episodes. Let me jump up to a little bit higher here and see if I can go. Southern California. Let's see if I can run through these top ones. Are you in San Diego? I am. Any questions you guys have, throw them in here. Watching from the Philippines. Thank you so much. Freddie, what's up, bro? Old Town Mexican Cafe. I love that spot. Good. There are stories of defined travelers interested in love stories. How's your mom, family doing? Mom's doing great. Family is great. Yeah, everybody got hit hard by the cold weather in the east, but they're all prepared for it. They're built for it. So nothing new to them. What's the next food mission? I just finished a 6-episode series in LA food. So if you guys want to go check that out, the first episode is live now over at Gareth Eats. Is there a way I can, all right, let me see if I can do this, and then can I pin it? YouTube.com. Let me see this in the comments at Gareth Eats. Do that, and then can I pin that? Pin message. Yeah, okay. So there's that pin right there. I think that'll take you there. All right. That's the next food mission, Old Town Mexican Cafe. How's your mom and family? Are wonderful. Yeah, we are very, very lucky. In the city of Ulaule, there's the most famous Arab love stories, the story of him and beautiful. I would love to visit Saudi Arabia. Hear me loud and clear. You're not very prepared. No, I wasn't. Watching from Brazil. Oi, Priscila, tudo bem? Been following you since Iceland. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Just subbed yesterday. Thank you. Any plans to visit Europe again? Yeah, well, if interesting stories bring me to Europe, I will. There's so much more around Croatia that I haven't hit. From Serbia to Northern Macedonia to Albania and everything in between, Bosnia. So many different spots there that I haven't been to. Activate the Arabic translation, please. Okay, how do I do that? I would be happy to. How do I activate it? Yeah, show me how. I'm not really sure. I don't do a ton of these lives. I'm sorry. This is, again, just an impromptu thing, just to say hi to you guys and to let you know that Gareth Eats is live. So activate Arabic. Yeah. Hi from Russia. Hello. I hope you guys are well in Russia. I miss Russia very much. I would love to get back. Been in San Diego for 45 years. Mexico is getting worse. What do you recommend? Have you been, Kevin, have you been to Ed Fernandez? That's the one I recommend the most. So Ed Fernandez is hands down the best birria. I mean, they were voted the best taco in the U.S. I think we had something to do with that, I'd like to think. Watching from Nairobi, man, we were supposed to do Kenya, Nairobi last year, and the organizer fell through. So I would love to get over there to do Nairobi, to do Kenya, to do Africa in general. Tucson, Arizona in the house. I was thinking about Arizona food series. I know that there's actually some Native Americans that I'd like to do there, but also on top of that, Phoenix, Tucson for some food would be a lot of fun. Hello from Canada. Excited to see you eat mul nang mayang. What, Nicole? What is that? That sounds interesting. I'm going to be up in British Columbia in a few months and hopefully do some food around Vancouver. So if you have any good tips for food around Vancouver, that would be awesome. Jersey Channel Islands. Nice, Caroline. Just look at your food channel, older version, videos new or just moved. Yeah, just took a look at your food channel. Are the older videos new or just moved from your main channel? They're just playlists on there now. So they're not new. I just made playlists over on the Gareth Eats channel so I could separate out my food content and put it up there. So they're just playlists. They are older. They're not new, but they're just divided out from the main channel as I try to push more food onto a secondary channel, because I've noticed that people just come for food. And then if I put something else out, they won't be as interested. So I wanted to completely separate the two. Food. What did you think of Egyptian food such as koshari, ful, and stuffed pigeon? Koshari, good, very, very heavy. Ful, I loved, and stuffed pigeon, delicious. I love, and I just said this on my IG. I think Egyptian food is like the most food on earth. Um, yeah, love kebda, hawashi, amazing. Molachea, amazing. I love Egyptian food. I think it's so underrated. Yeah, Nicole. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The cold noodles I ate over on the Koreatown episode, which is now live at Gareth Eats. If you guys want to see an honest response, and a lot of people say, "Oh, you seem to like all the food you eat," you can see in that episode that one Korean dish in particular just wasn't doing it for me. But you got to check it out. Go watch the episode. Hello from Boston. Have you visited Puerto Rico? I have. I did a big road trip through Puerto Rico, and the old vlogs are on the Travel Deeper channel. So another channel where I'm releasing all of my course videos for free. So I'll even put that here if you want to. YouTube.com/travel deeper. And this is another channel where I'm putting all my course videos and everything like that. Let's see if I can pin that one as well. Oh no, I can't pin that one too. But that's what was the best taco place in San Diego again? Terry, in my opinion, it was it's Ed Fernandez for birria, and it's Tacos El Gordo for pastor, cabeza, some other of those. So Ed Fernandez and Tacos El Gordo. Cuatro Milpas, really good for rice and beans. And for best fish taco, in my opinion, is Kiko's taco truck in Fashion Valley. There's a few different ones, but that's my favorite. A lot of people like Oscar's fish tacos, but the fish isn't big enough, I don't think. We want you to study the Egyptian dialect. Why is it way off? I love it. I'm in. Yes, yes, yes. I like it. Yes. Your videos are excellent. Thank you for sharing the world. Yeah, thank you, Krista, for watching. I appreciate it. And Saudi Arabia, yeah, Saudi Arabia would be amazing. Yes, I would love to visit Egypt again. Alexandria is a place I'd love to hit, and some spots in the east. I think I just mentioned that as well. Are you frustrated with the drop off in views? Yeah, it's a good question. So yeah, the Croatia series was underperforming, but I think the new strategy with segmenting audiences will help, because I feel like I cover a lot of ground on this main channel. So everything from the migrant camps in Tijuana to best burgers in San Diego, and that's a very different audience. So I want to separate my audiences out a little bit, and I think that'll be a little bit more stable. But yeah, it's always frustrating when views drop off, because that's essentially how I make a living, is eyeballs and views. So yeah, absolutely. When people don't watch an episode, even this new one that I'm pushing out, Koreatown, this new channel, it's a risk, because some people just might not watch it, and if it's a snowball effect for the YouTube algorithm. So if people don't watch it in the first 24 hours, it just drops off, and then it's tough to get it back going. So yeah, anybody that says the views don't matter, that's just for those that do it for a living. It's not true. It's definitely frustrating when you work so hard on something. Croatia, for example, is like, we had such production value in the Croatia series, and then I go to the Istanbul airport and I make a nonchalant capsule hotel video, and it pays for the entire Croatia trip, and does more views than the entire Croatia episode total. So yeah, it's definitely something frustrating, but I have faith in the product that I put out. I have faith in the style that I have that is unique to me, and as long as I keep pushing out new content and new stories, and I think this Day in the Life series is going to be really interesting, because it's something that I'm passionate about, and I think it'll resonate with people, and you get more of a you get more of an idea. Gareth, why did you put the boot camp on, not on the main channel? It's great content. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I wanted to separate this. I want to put all the course videos on one channel, and that'll be a lot of different episodes over there as well. So on the Travel Deeper channel, it'll be, just random travel videos here and there, and then all of the course information. So it's an easy spot to go and find it, because if I didn't do that, it would just, all the course information would just get lost. So I wanted to make sure that I put all that in one spot so you can always go and grab it, because the new direction with the new channel will be more a kind of away from travel and more towards people, and still with the travel in mind. But yeah, kind of segmenting audiences is the goal. And for those that looking to do that, it's going to be more travel focused. And then also with the travel channel, the goal is to eventually have other hosts, not just me. So with the Travel Deeper channel, the goal is to have, mini series from all the different people from around the world that want to submit videos, and they don't want, to create and work on their own channel. They just want to, tell stories. I want Travel Deeper to be that for a lot more people. So that's why I'm segmenting this audience. Now it's a long-term plan, but yeah, hopefully it'll pay off in the long run. Have you ever considered doing a collaboration with Mark Wiens? Laura, yeah, you got to look. Just search Gareth Leonard and Mark Wiens. We did a Bangkok street food video many years ago, right on this channel. So you can go watch that. It's yeah, he's an awesome guy, so nice. I can't say enough good things about Mark Wiens. He's a great guy, and he just pumps out. He's a machine. He pumps out amazing content all the time, and he's someone as a travel creator you look up to, because he's just been doing it consistently at a quality level for a long time. And you can tell you can tell certain creators and where their head's at. And he's one of those that really believes in what he's doing, and he's really passionate about it. And I respect the hell out of people like that. So yeah, we did do a video together, Laura. You can check that out right on my channel. It's just, you can do Bangkok street food, or you can just search it Thailand on my channel, but it'll be there. It was so much fun. It had to be the Big L. It had to be frustrating because their last 3 trips were, I thought, your best. Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating when and I have brought Tyler in to help me film, and he's just such an incredible videographer. His talent level, we dumbed down his talent level just because YouTube can't handle these long, beautiful shots that he does. They just, the audience isn't, tapped in enough to really handle it and appreciate it. But your work he did with Croatia, it's like the most beautiful, beautiful shots, and people don't care. They just want, they just want raw. They want authentic, and I get that. We're moving the channel away from the high production and going back to the raw, uncut versions, because you look at the Istanbul sleep pods video, and that just did so well. And it was just because it was just me going around, talking and being real. And I think I put so much attention on the production value and creating amazing content for you guys, but really people just are like, okay, just show me. And the more real you are, the more real it's going to get, as they say. The channels tab on Gareth Eats doesn't link to your other channels, by the way. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. I'll take a look at that. People are curious. Yeah, that's so Stargazer. That's why. That's why I did multiple channels, segment the audience. So people just want food, they can go there. If they want more substance, they can go here. And then the third channel will be course, and then hopefully more people. So for those that don't know and didn't watch I'm done with this episode. There's 3 channels. So this main channel that you guys are on right now, that's going to be all day in the life features and stories of interesting people and places and cultures around the world, and a lot here in the US. Everything from a guy with Down syndrome to a casino dealer, to a DJ, to a wildlife photographer, Amazon worker, all of these different professions. And if you want to look at the full list, you can go to, let me see. Did I lose you guys? So I don't know if I lost it. So this is the full list of everything that I want to do for day in the life. I don't know if you guys can click on that, but that's no, I love the high production. Yeah. Uncut LL story. Yeah. Um yeah, raw uncut versions is what we want. Yeah, the high production is nice, but it really doesn't keep people's attentions, unfortunately. And it's too bad because I love having Tyler along with me because he creates such incredible visuals. And it's just like, okay, you guys just want more of the real stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown, giving you guys a lot of information. Not sure if you're interested in all this behind the scenes, but I've been quiet for a long time. I'm working on all of the different plans and trying to make a lot of new content happen that I'm really interested in because yeah, I needed a resurgence after Croatia. It was just kind of, I felt like I was just going through the motions. So this is the new direction. Is there's new channels to make sure that each of the different viewer gets the things that they want, and then maybe there wouldn't be such a drastic up and down of views, which you want to stay consistent on views because essentially too, that's what brands are looking for when you want to do brand deals. And I'm trying to, with this main channel, the goal is to get away from brand deals altogether and really focus on really great stories. Because with great stories and a loyal audience, you don't need as many brand deals. But the last 2 years, lots of brand deals, and it's been great. But you got to have consistent views to keep those going too. Yeah, as far as the money goes, that's all great. But it's just about the passion now. Happy birthday. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff. Super excited for the new series and the new channel, Gareth Eats. Thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate it. Yeah, YouTube is unpredictable. Yes, I have. Birani, we went to a Pakistani restaurant in LA. It'll be on the Hidden Gems of LA episode that will come in. We have Koreatown that just went live on Gareth Eats. Next will be Late Night Eats After Dark in LA, which was a lot of fun. Iconic food spots in LA, and then Hidden Gems. So there's a Pakistani restaurant in the Hidden Gems video, which was a lot of fun. Steven, do I do this full time? Yes, I do. This is my full time work, and I love it, and it's very lucrative. What part of San Diego do you live in? I'm Pacific Beach / Point Loma area. I won't get too specific, I'm by the water. I wanted to do a similar type of, so definitely have shared this channel with him. Started watching you when I was planning a Southeast Asia trip. Awesome, Sean. Thanks for your storytelling. Awesome. Did you watch Al Ali and Real Madrid match? Frankly, we were blown away. No, I didn't watch that. Have I ever been to London? Kiko, I actually studied abroad in London way back in the day when I studied abroad. I love London, one of my favorite cities ever. We lived right in Knightsbridge. And it was funny, studying abroad in London, we were so broke we couldn't afford anything. Usually dinner was like a sausage roll and Guinness. It was but it was so much fun. Terry, how do you stay in shape with all the traveling? I actually made a video about how I stay in shape, but these days the traveling, martial arts is a big thing for me. So Muay Thai, boxing, I just got into jiu-jitsu as well. I play a ton of basketball, and then just regular gym, which is boring, but you got to do it. So regular gym, workout, things like that. But I made a video all about it. If you just search on the main channel, you can, a little more information, and what I eat in a day and things like that is in that video as well. Have you heard of 74 Gear? Maybe collab with him and fly a plane with him. Yeah, Kevin, actually, I've actually reached out to him. He didn't respond to me. I want to do a day in the life of a commercial pilot and a day in the life of an air traffic controller. Those are two huge ones I want to do, big goals, but the red tape to make it happen, I still haven't found a good connection to pursue that. But those are two very, very high up on my list ideas. But yeah, I have heard of him. He hasn't responded to my DM. To be honest with you guys, long time subscriber here. Enjoy, love that Tyler too. He's single. Give him a hello. I will. I'll tell him you said hello. Lived in London. Number one that matters in life is where you go when you die. Okay, a little dark, but Shout out to my son. Shout out to my son, Scooter. What's up, Scooter? How you doing, Scooter? Um, what are the ancient places you visited? What are the ancient places you visited in Egypt, and what was your feeling? I visited tons of places. You'll have to look at the Egypt series. Favorite spot? I mean, the pyramids are crazy, incredible. And then some spots, a few of the different pyramids in Luxor, and then also Aswan were unbelievable. And then obviously, the one in Aswan. Shoot, I forget the name, but yeah, check out the Egypt series, and you'll see all the different historical sites, and I loved it. Appreciate your authenticity and that you don't fall into the traps of branding just for the sake of money. You're kind of genuine and awesome. Keep it good. Thank you, Anita. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hard sometimes because brands have a lot of money, and that essentially a brand deal funds me continuing to live this life. So I I love to continue this, and if a brand deal comes with a 20 grand contract, it's hard to say no because that essentially pays for the next 2 or 3 trips. So yeah, it's a matter of yeah, you're broke but you live in Knightsbridge, right? Yeah, it's a matter of balancing that, and hopefully people. Abu Simbel, thank you, Abu Simbel. I don't know why that escaped me. Yeah, it's a matter of balancing that, the money with the substance, and hopefully the audience knows that every now and then you got to do a brand deal to pay for the rest of the for your own personal projects and things that you really want to do. Then the old entourage saying, right? Ari used to say, one for them and one for you. So for example, the Utah series, I did a Visit Utah Tourism Board series or video campaign with them. And so what I will do in that situation is I'll say, okay, I'll come and film this video for you guys, but then I want to stay longer and film a video for me. So that's when I did hidden gems in Utah that aren't national parks video. And then right afterwards, I spent a day with a Navajo in the back country of Utah. And that one was for me. So one for them, one for you. That's how I balance things out. And then hopefully with these new channels, I can push brand deals to one channel, and then the main channel can be just focused on real, authentic content. And that's the goal. But it just takes people from following those other channels to have a big enough audience to make it happen. Positive energy. Thank you. Is Afghanistan on your list? Yeah, everywhere is on my list. It's just a matter of logistics and making and telling the right stories. Brands are good. Use them. Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, last year I felt like it was a good year financially, but it was just a lot of brand deals last year. Just being real with you guys right now. This is fun. We're just chatting. I feel like I'm just chatting with friends. Italy, Greece, Vegas next. What do you think? Actually, Vegas is going to be soon because Vegas is so close to me. It's like a 45-minute flight, and there's a lot to do there. I just need to find some good Vegas contacts. I don't have great Vegas contacts just yet, so I got to do that. How do you fund your trips? Through YouTube. Essentially through YouTube, through the blog, the travel blog, through a few other streams of income, but mostly through the big thing is YouTube. YouTube ad revenue. So I make money every time someone watches a video and the ads pop up. And then I make money when you guys subscribe to, if you guys are subscribers that follow along or followers, I forget the name of it. They have a bunch of different ways to monetize here on YouTube. That's a big one. And then brand deals. So last year, for example, hey, you guys are getting in on all the inside information. Last year, for example, the brand deals were far superior to ad revenue. And that's just a matter of consistency and consistently creating good content that gets views. And so that was all the brand deals that you guys have seen through some of these episodes that I did. And it was very lucrative, but it also at the same time, it's like every episode has a brand deal. It tends to turn some people off. So I just have to be careful of that. I'm trying to get away from that now. And trying to get more into authentic content that does really well views wise so that you don't have to worry about the brand deals as much. Korea episode is delicious. Thank you so much, Lloyd. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Cheers and your birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Lloyd. Currently in Afghanistan. That's awesome. Good luck. Tell your impressions of your travel to Russia. We had the best. I mean, you guys have seen it from the series. We had the best trip to Russia. I love Russia. And I've said this on IG. I've said this everywhere. And we as Americans know this more than anybody. Your country, the people in your country isn't a direct reflection of your politics a lot of the time. So I love Russia. I want to get back. There's so many. We want to do the Kamchatka. We want to do the north. I want to do the reindeer people in Russia. There's so many things that I want to do there. I actually have a meeting with Yaro, my buddy that I did Russia with, next week. So we're trying to catch up. But I love Russia. I love the people of Russia. It's such a unique, off the beaten path, Trans-Siberian Railroad. It took me back to the early days of traveling where it was just raw and real, and I was in it and just lost in the best possible way. So, and also Russian food doesn't get enough credit. Really good. But yeah, Russia's a special place and so misunderstood, especially as an American. Would you do an ayahuasca retreat? Yes. I would do an ayahuasca retreat, and we're talking about it, actually. Your work is incredible. Really continue the great work. Love the Egypt videos. Saw everything because I go and everything else. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How do I say it? Persephone Lesk. Thank you so much. From Greece. I appreciate it. Thanks for being transparent. Yeah, this is what these lives are for. It's just to have fun and answer questions, because I've been very quiet and I'm rebranding and moving things around, and obviously two new channels with the Gareth Eats and the Travel Deeper, releasing all of my Travel Deeper bootcamp, the travel hacking course, for free on that channel. Yeah, there's been 2 videos a week for the last few months. So if you haven't checked those out, check those out. Yeah, so make sure you go check that out. But yeah, just a lot of reorganization and refocusing on what makes me happy, because like after the Croatia series, I was like, what am I doing? I felt like I was just going through the motions. But I explained it in the last video that I put up, but just something to know. We miss you in San Diego. I will be more content from San Diego coming soon. How many people on your team? I have 2 videographers that I use. So Brandon and Tyler. Tyler outside the US, Brandon usually inside the US. I have a semi full-time editor now that it's very new. So we're just getting rolling with her. A woman from Iran, which is awesome. She's here in San Diego, and really cool girl. I shouldn't say woman. She's, younger girl. And trying to get another editor for shorter form content, because obviously that's the play. So trying to do that as well. But it's just, there's a lot of companies that do it, the short form editing, but I just want I love someone locally would be great, because I can share content and I can have powwows in person. So that's the goal, is to just bring in at least one more editor, maybe 2 or 3. That's all the bottleneck comes to editing. Thanks for being back. Egypt living in poverty now. I'm very, very sorry to hear about Egypt living in poverty now. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Just found out on this live. Are you doing these videos? Love watching these videos. Thank you so much. Outside your Istanbul hotel video, which video of yours are you most surprised that it did well? It's actually usually the opposite, Brandon. It's usually like, wait, I thought that one would crush. For example, I thought we did the Quintana Roo series with the tourism board, and we did Cancun tacos. And Cancun tacos was one I was like, this is going to do so well. Cancun's one of the most popular places ever. Tacos are popular. No one knows about Cancun tacos. And we made this whole episode, and it was like crickets. So I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand, but usually it's something that I think will do well that doesn't, versus the other way around. Istanbul actually, I had a feeling was going to do really well. I was surprised how well it did, but I thought it was going to, and I actually said it to our Goran and Tyler. I said, watch, this video is going to just crushed the whole series and ended up doing that. So yeah, it's that one was somewhat expected. And actually Croatia was expected with the drop off that it faced. I had a feeling because Europe videos don't always do great. Tokyo Spin. Japan series was brilliant. You thinking of coming back in the future? There's always reason to go to Japan. Any excuse I have to go to Japan, I'll go back. I really want to do Hokkaido. There's so many more places there. One of the most slept on series is the Shikoku series, which I absolutely loved. It's such a cool place in the country, and a lot of people miss it. So yeah, Japan is right up there. I say Bhutan, Japan, Brazil. These are the special countries to me. I love all your content and actually started following you along after your Charlotte trip. Awesome, Adam. Thank you. It would be awesome to see more US content, like things to do in major cities that most people don't know about. Yeah, that's the goal, is to do a lot more focused on food for the Gareth Eats side of things. But yeah, that's the goal, is more US based content coming this year. That's our plan. We're starting we just did LA, like I said, 6 episodes in LA with the Gareth Eats channel. That's pinned up here if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, so make sure you do that. So LA, more San Diego, Vegas, and then a lot of the places from there. Does skipping ads really affect YouTube earnings? I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure if that actually matters, if it's showed. Someone's partying. Yeah, I'm not sure if that what the percentage breakdown is if they get skipped. What is a destination you've been dying to explore? Man, there's always so many, but I would say Alaska is a place that I'm dying to get to. Patagonia is a place that I want to take my mother to. Africa, I've only been really to Egypt, so much more in Africa. Southeast Asia, even. As you guys know about me, the whole travel deeper concept is like I go to a place and I stay there for a long period of time. So I spent a year in Argentina, a year in Brazil, 6 months in Colombia. So like these places I take so long. If I would have went and hit more countries, it would have been a lot more, would have been a lot better. Or as far as like checking off countries, which I've never been too concerned about. But I know a good amount of very few places, but not a lot of places like some of my travel professional peers, for example. But yeah, Southeast Asia, like Laos, Cambodia, India, Pakistan, other places in Eastern Europe, such as Albania, Northern Macedonia, places that get slept on, Serbia, and then Africa, Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, places like that I'd love to go to. Nicole, 80K isn't crickets. You're too hard on yourself. But in terms of, yeah, over its lifespan, it's been, picking up steadily. But yeah, it's that's what it's all about. You get 100K is always the goal, because then that starts moving the needle, especially for brands and all that kind of stuff. So 100K is always the goal of an episode for me. If it hits 100K, then I'm happy. Anything less than that, you have to look at. Anything more than that, you're just happy with. So for me, at this place, based on subscribers, 100K is kind of my sweet spot. I'm happy if it hits that. India soon. I agree. Gareth, your sustainable tourism episodes are inspiring. We miss you here in the Philippines. Yeah, I miss the Philippines as well. And I just mentioned this on IG stories or IG live. More sustainable tourism efforts. So like you'll see less of the hidden gems locations and secret waterfalls and places like that, because it's not sustainable. Like if you've watched any of my series and you've seen the Plitvice National Park in Croatia episode, or Yellowstone or Yosemite, it's always bittersweet filming these types of episodes, because I'm essentially, inevitably bringing more people to these places, and not everyone's going to show the same amount of respect as hopefully you guys do as subscribers to this channel. You guys give a shit, so that's kind of that's the struggle I've had a lot. Now that's one of the reasons why I've been a little bit quiet, is kind of refocusing what I'm going to do. as far as content goes. And yeah, I've made the decision to stay away from more of the hidden gem features of natural landmarks, because I just I want to, some of these most beautiful places I just want to protect. So yeah, drink tequila always. We go to Egypt again. Yes, I would love to go to Egypt again. That is, I want to do Alexandria. I want to do places in the East for sure. Is there a state you haven't done content? Yeah, I haven't done content in a ton of states. I've done content much less. There's more states I haven't made videos than I have. So there's so many more. Where can I find good fatty brisket, Kevin? That's a good question. I know Phil's for ribs is close to me, but I got to do a barbecue episode, so I got to dive into that. Stay tuned. Make sure you see Gareth Eats. Gareth Eats. I'll do all that stuff. Which place would you like to return to? Again, there's spots in Croatia or Russia that we really want to hit. Spots in Japan I really want to hit as far as return. But personally, for my own just allure and love, I would love to go back to Nepal and Bhutan. I love those places very, very much. Do I have a VR headset? I do not. Hey, buddy, you are bad at it. Thanks, man. Although almost gave up on learning my Spanish, then I saw your story, así que sigo intentando. Gracias. Muy bien, Angelina. Or is it Angela? How do you make the leap to start making money? Was it scary in the beginning? Did you used to work in total different sector? Oh, yeah. So long story short, and this is, if you go over to the, I think it's in one of these comments here. I'll put it up here again. If I go out of here, am I good? If you go to, yeah. So you guys, this is, if you guys want to watch this video, this is my story. That's on the new channel. So if you guys want to check that out, that's kind of giving you more information about how I started making money, to give you a little bit more information. Yeah. So long story short, I had a college textbook business in school that I started with friends that friends had started that I joined onto. And we built that up pretty large and across the United States. And then one day realized that wasn't what I wanted to do with my life, and bought a one-way ticket to Argentina. Started the travel blog, started writing, started making some money with that based on just the audience. I would do like affiliate stuff where, Argentina, Buenos Aires tours would pay me a percentage if I got people to come to their tours, things like that. And then way back then, once the blog got enough traffic, I could start selling banner ads and text ads. So that's how I started. And then transitioning over to video right around 2014 with Brazil. And so I started making videos just for fun and to kind of build up the audience. And then once you hit a certain level, so it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, and then you can monetize your channel. And then so I was writing the blog, so making money from the blog, and then starting video. So in that regard, was it scary? Yeah, it's always scary trying to make money on your own. But that's how I did it. You had the blog going. So if you have another job or something like that, stick with that and then start making content if that's something you're interested in. And then once you see that take off, once you see that progressing, keep going. Big Al, I just ordered shrimp chips that you ate in your video with your nephew. The brand also makes a crab chip, and order them as well. Yes. Yeah, I did a fun episode of trying different crazy snacks with my nephew back when I was home for Christmas last year. Crazy, I'll watch again. Are you going to collab with Mike Corey again? Yeah, always. I just spoke with him 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I saw him when he was passing through here. He was busy with his Weather Channel show. But yeah, Mike Corey's one of my best friends in this travel space, and just a great friend in general. And always love to collaborate with him and good people. Like for me, you guys see I don't do a ton of collaborations because I'd rather just collaborate with local people versus travelers or influencers or what it may be. And I know that's bad for business. I should always collaborate with other creators. But I just like being around. I like being around, how do you say this? Not real people, but people that aren't also having a camera in their hand. But Mike's one of my favorite people, and we had such a great time on that Russia trip. And I look back at it so fondly as such a special, special trip. And so yeah, we'll definitely collaborate again. He's busy. I'm busy. We're just at some point we'll cross paths. I'm sure. I'm trying to get him to come and hang with me here at my house here in San Diego for a little while. So, but I think he's down in Mexico running around. But awesome, great guy. One of the best. Your videos from Cebu, where you walked in your grandfather's footsteps. One of my favorite YouTube videos ever. Yeah, I even just thinking about that one, Brandon, gets me every time. Yeah, that was special. I'm gonna put that on here while I'm throwing those up here. Gareth, Leonard, Grandpa, Cebu, maybe. See if we can get one up. Let's see. Share, copy. Yeah, this is what Brandon's talking about. This is one of, if not my favorite. This is probably my favorite episode I've ever done as well. I retraced the steps that my grandfather took in the Philippines when he was stationed there in World War II. And he had a photo taken of him at one location. And I went around the whole city to track down where that location was. And so I just left the link to that video if you guys want to check that out. But it's called A Very Emotional Day in Cebu. And yeah, my grandfather passed last year. So to be able to share that with him and show him that was awesome. That was awesome. If you do barbecue series, try Bogart's in STL. Only been there once. It was really good. All right, I'll try it. I'll add it to my list. Thanks, Adam. How about German Steve? I love you two together. It's so funny you say that. Bass D Min. I don't know how you say that, your name. I just talked to Steve last night for like an hour on FaceTime. He's in Indonesia right now. He's the best as well. I mean, these are all people that I love and cherish as friends in the travel space and just friends in general. I caught up with him last night for about an hour on FaceTime, and we're hoping to do a trip at some point. We talked about Madeira. We talked about Patagonia because he's a Patagonia expert. I would love to do another trip with him. And he's as far as traveling with, he's like the greatest person to travel with for someone like me because he plans everything and he's so good at planning and he's just a great guy to be around. So hopefully soon. How do you determine where you visit next? It's been in the last few years, it's been half and half. So half the places that I'm interested in and half based on tourism contracts and things like that. So for example, Quintana Roo in Mexico, that was for them. Yosemite was for a brand. Croatia was my idea because we had a good friend there, Goran, he's trying to get his YouTube channel going. He said, come, I'll take you around the country. And so it was a good opportunity. So a lot of it is based on what connections I have in the country and the stories that we can tell. Now it's going to be so much more focused on the stories, but it's often focused on connections in the place. And if I think there's a good connection, we go there. Egypt, for example, we had a couple of great connections, so it made sense to go there. This would give me goosebumps in the show. Yeah, Jeff, it's still I can't even watch it because it gets me all emotional. But just even thinking about or talking about that video gets me emotional as well. Yeah. What are your favorite songs, music at the moment? I'm very much into. I'm a classics guy, so I love Etta James. I love Frank Sinatra. I love old school Bill Withers. I love old school music, but I also love right now at the moment a lot of Latin music. For example, I love Carlos Vives. I love Romeo Santos is one of my all-time favorites. So a lot of Romeo Santos lately, which is good. And Karol G. My buddy Goran got me into Karol G. So 200 Copas is one of my favorite songs. I'm listening to that song. La Canción with Bad Bunny is number one, and 200 Copas. I've listened to those two on repeat for a lot. I hope that answers your question, Anita. Ray, I enjoy all your videos dating as far back as the Hawaiian culture. When you decided to visit more states, check out Central Oregon and Bend, Oregon. Huge outdoor scene and great food options. Ray, we're actually trying to, I want to do I don't know if I should say it on here. Yeah, I'll say it. I want to do a day in the life of a weed dispensary or cannabis farm. That's one I'm really interested in. So I got to find some good context for that. We're working on some context that we have, but it's a matter of just with this new series, it's like logistics is getting, and I feel like it's been a long time trying to make this happen, but logistics have been harder than I thought for making this new day in the life thing happen. And I have a very long list of ideas and people that we're working on and talking to. So it's going to happen. But luckily, I can push out these food videos with Gareth Eats first. So make sure you check that out, because that's kind of like being able to give people content while in the background I'm planning like crazy. So you can kind of see the difference. Try to visit Dubai. I definitely would love to. I only went there once. And Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna. Always a good idea. Rihanna Super Bowl. That's who I'm rooting for at the Super Bowl this year is Rihanna. Does traveling so often ever feel lonely, or does it invigorate you? Both. I think it's usually more so invigorating. It makes me feel alive. It makes me feel excited. But there's definitely been moments where you get lonely. And that's hence why I created a home here in San Diego, a home base, is because I miss a sense of community. You get lonely. And how you deal with that is you just get out and you create and you meet up. And luckily, doing these videos, I can meet such interesting and cool people all the time. So it's rare to be alone. But it's funny is you can still be with people and still be lonely, right? Just because you're not alone doesn't mean you're not lonely. And you can meet up with new people and new friends, but your close people that know you and your loved ones, those are who you feel not alone with. So I wanted to have a set location so I can nurture relationships and not be lonely. But yeah, you get lonely sometimes when you're traveling solo, and that's just part of it. And so you just got to keep pushing, and you get out there, and it's quickly, the loneliness is quickly overtaken by excitement. And you can you're out seeing a new place, trying new foods, you get excited instead. I hope that makes sense. Loneliness is very real when traveling solo, but it's the bright spots and the excitement is far greater than the loneliness. Love your videos. Planning a trip to Croatia in July right now between Split and Stars. Yes. Awesome. Love to hear it. What's with Israel? When are you going there? Man, Israel's a big one. I want to hit Israel so bad. I have a buddy there that's playing on the basketball team in Israel that I want to do a day in the life of an international hooper, and then just obviously dive into some of the more serious aspects of that part of the world and tell stories from that part of the world. So it's in the works. A lot of these are in the works. I'm hoping soon. How about good food truck here around San Diego? I actually have a list of food trucks. I was going to do a food truck episode, but some of them have switched over to brick and mortar. Some of them have stopped. I know there's a shawarma spot. There is a like a Michelin level shawarma spot that I'm going to check out here. I think what's the name of it? Shawarma Guys, maybe? Yeah, check out Shawarma Guys. And yeah, Grace, New Zealand. I actually just did an episode with a friend from New Zealand in LA. We did a burgers episode, but we've been talking a lot about doing New Zealand. I've said this on the Instagram stories live. Oh, hummingbird. Oh, that was cool. That's a good sign. I was said this on the Instagram stories live, but I want to do I'm very fascinated by the Maori culture. So that's Nacho, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I really want to do a New Zealand series, and that's something that's going to be big. It's just a matter of getting the right connections and the right people and making it happen. But yeah, all these, man, so it's overwhelming. I think that's honestly, there's so many new ideas that I'm excited about that it's just overwhelming to make it all happen. Um, but all good things. Would you ever go to Sudan or the Nubian pyramids and temples? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to go to Sudan. I mean, we were so close on the Egypt trip. I would love to do Sudan. That's definitely on the list. More of Africa, lots more of Africa. All right, guys, I'll wrap up in about 5 minutes. But any other questions? Videos are Rio. So Rio, just the best. Thank you so much. I miss Rio so much. I love that place. If you had to choose a country to live forever apart from the U.S., which would you choose? Portugal. I love Portugal. Portugal would be number one. And if, money was no limitation, I would love Tokyo, Japan as well. I love Japan. So to actually live though, Portugal, because the reason Japan would be fun personally, but Portugal would be cool because it's also about the same distance away from my home in New York, where my mother is, where my sister is. So it's almost like the same distance, same flight distance from San Diego. So eventually, and down the line, I definitely see myself having a place in Portugal. You mentioned earlier that the higher quality video content doesn't exactly move the needle. What other lessons have you learned along the way when it comes to making content? Whew, Kyle, that's a lot. It's like picking. I think the biggest thing is, and this is 10, 12 years in. If you go look at older videos of mine, it's pretty funny of how far it's come as far as like the development. But one of the biggest things I've learned is like fine tuning your voice and what you stand for and what content you create, because then people will come back because they know what they're going to get. It's the same reason why people go to McDonald's and Starbucks is, I mean, I guess even Starbucks more than McDonald's, because people go to McDonald's because it's cheap, but Starbucks is not the best coffee, but people know it's consistency, right? They know what they're going to get every time. And I've seen that with my videos, that I'm kind of all over the place because that's how I am. Some days I want to eat food. Some days I want to talk about serious stuff. Other days I want to go hike in a national park. So it's very much me, but for an audience standpoint, it's like, all right, this is, people will come for different things and then won't stay for all of it. For example, the same person that watches the migrant camp won't go and watch just best pizza in San Diego. They're very different feelings of a video. So finding the audience and what you stand for and what you make videos about is a big part of that with anything, not even just making videos, but in life, like finding your voice and your why. I think that's the biggest thing. And for people, is if you can take something from this, inspirationally or whatever, or something functional, is I'm still, 10 years in, and I'm still trying to find my voice and, knit and change and make things happen. And you can't be scared to make changes, because audiences will come and go and they'll drop off, and, they'll come back, and you just keep being true to what you actually believe in, because in the long term, that's what's going to work. Because if you're trying to be someone you're not, or you're trying to copy other people, which you see so much, then, it's going to come and go. So that's my biggest, find your voice and then just make content based on that. And don't worry about, if your audience, because a lot of people are like, oh, your audience is going to drop off if you do all these other channels and all this stuff. I'm like, that's okay. I'm segmenting my audience. You go here for this, you go here for this, you go here for that. Again, it's the 3 channels, right? It's this main channel. It's Gareth Eats, the food-based channel, which just launched, which is pinned in the top here. And then the Travel Deeper, which has all the course videos going live right now and a lot of other content coming soon. How many countries have you? So I hope that answers your question. That's about as real as it gets. How many countries have you been to? I have no idea. I don't. That's not my thing. I don't really count. Guessing 40, but not nearly as much as a lot of people. And I'm okay. It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything to me. You got to go back to Japan. I agree. How long have you lived in SoCal, and have you experienced a big one? Laura, I've lived here about 4 years, based in San Diego about 4 years, and I haven't experienced a massive earthquake yet. Lido's Pizza, best pizza in San Diego. Really? Wasn't included in my best pizzas of San Diego list. I'll have to check that out. To me, it's the Bronx and Square Pizza, and another urban pizza is really good as well. Those are my top three. Lagos, Portugal is the best. Keep going, Gareth. I love your content. Thank you. Angela, yes, I love Lagos. What do you think about the homeless tents in SoCal? It's sad. I was just in LA for 2 different trips, and man, it's everywhere. And at least in San Diego, you're set to certain locations, but man, LA is bad, and I'm told San Francisco is bad. It's bad everywhere. But it's an impossible task. I mean, I'm not going to get political. It's an impossible task. What do you do? What do you do with that? Yeah. Offline, we could have a long conversation about it, but for this, be very, very simple, because we don't want to add context to it. It's really sad. How do you stay so positive while traveling? Is that in the water, hydration? Because sometimes it can be grueling. Agreed. It can definitely be grueling, and I'm not always happy and positive. Sometimes I get frustrated. Egypt, for example, there's certain times you get really frustrated with the people and the places, and actually Croatia, I found myself getting really frustrated, but that was all internal. That was like, I said this before. It's like I felt like I'm just kind of going through the motions. In Egypt in Croatia, as far as content goes, because honestly, Croatia is really nice and it's amazing for a vacation, but sometimes it lacked like the stimulation, the excitement of like, what is this? It was all pretty familiar. And luckily having a local guide that helped as well. It was familiar and it was comfortable. So I was frustrated with that. And more of the content side, like I wasn't getting this deep, travel deeper style content that I love to create. So that's where most of my frustration comes from, is more on the content side. But in terms of getting frustrated with the traveling aspect of it, I can usually kind of compartmentalize and just worry about, the biggest thing I learned is worrying about things that are under your control. Like for a canceled flight or a bus or something like that, I usually don't get too upset because it's out of my control. Just turn on the alerts so you don't miss any new videos across the 3 channels. Yes, Chris. Everybody turn on your notifications. Again, 3 channels. I know it's a lot, but if you guys subscribe, you'll know. What a thick is all about your content. What a thick? I don't understand that, Ray. I don't know. Am I thick? Yeah, I'm pretty thick. Good advice. Thanks. Go to Felipe's Pizza on Mission Beach. Awesome. I've had Felipe's Pizza, Grace. I'll move on. Lido's from 1950s. I got to check out Lido's. I haven't heard of it. It sucks here. Where? Oh, LA? Yeah, that's tough. LA is not for me. If you live in LA, fine. This is as close as I want to be to LA. For many reasons. What kind of content, Christina? What kind of content inspires you the most? Great question. It's people. It's people and animals. Animal content, actually, I don't do nearly enough, but I love and I'm fascinated with animals. But doing it the right way is tough sometimes. But people, like the migrant camps in Tijuana, the Navajo Nation, telling the stories of the philanthropy work in the Philippines and the Russian remote places. So individual stories. And so that's why this main channel will be focused on that moving forward. And it's going to be much different. It's not going to be things to do in this, or if you want that, you can go over to the Travel Deeper channel. This one's going to be Gareth Leonard channel. And so and if you look at I'm done with this video, the last video that I uploaded from here, I explain this a lot more, but that's the episodes. Impactful stories from interesting people. That's how I've been putting it. What factors have you made to decide that San Diego is your home base? I actually lived here a long time ago when I had the book business, and I loved San Diego. And at the time when I was deciding where to go, I was traveling to the Philippines and Japan. Went to Japan a couple of times, and it's close to Latin America. It's a great jump off spot to the east and also to Mexico. And so it was a perfect location. And also the weather I love. I had friends here. So I've just always loved San Diego. So when I had the opportunity, and I was also close to LA, close as I wanted to be. So in terms of, I was at the point thinking, oh, I should get an agent or a manager. And I was dealing with tourism boards and things like that. So it was close enough to San Diego, or to LA, I should say. So LA, it was the proximity of everything. The only thing that sucks is it's far away from family who's all in New York. Are you ever going to do a food tour of Palm Springs? Kevin, you got to look at the episode. I did a really fun Palm Springs episode. You got to go check it out. Yes, but I need to go back because people told me I missed a popular sandwich spot in the comments. It's pretty much all of the comments is, you didn't go to this particular sandwich spot. How dare you? So I got to go back. Come to Arizona. Let's collab. Great content. Deanna, yeah, send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram. And I would love to come to Arizona. I would love to. Send me a DM on Instagram at Travel Deeper. E aí, meu amigo, beleza, contigo? Quanto tempo não vejo seus vídeos? Tenho que voltar a assistir. Todos ainda não vi. Espero que seja bem. Abraços. Márcio, um abraço. Obrigado. Thank you, Ray. I have, yes. SW, I have. Can't wait to see more of that. Thank you, Christina. No excitement in beautiful Croatia. Yeah, I don't want to give Croatia. I mean that in a positive thing. Croatia is a beautiful place. Really, really good. 11/11. Make a wish, you guys. I wish you guys all go watch Gareth Eats, Koreatown, new episode. Great Aboriginal people in Australia. Yes, I did an episode with Aboriginals in Australia as well. You can check that out in the Australia series. Can you walk us through to your subscription-based content? Thank you. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Gareth, I'm Navajo and family from Navajo Nation. Enjoyed your video from me. Kathy, that's awesome. We're planning actually a new episode at a Navajo festival coming soon. So I'm hoping to get that. So a lot more from the Navajo Nation and my friend Lewis and all the beautiful people of Navajo Nation. Any more blooper outtake videos? You're funny in them. Well, yeah, at the end of the Koreatown episode, there's bloopers and outtakes. And all the Gareth Eats episodes will have outtakes in them too. There's some fun ones. After you confirm with contact for a day in the life episode, do you just show up or do you make contact before to choose to go film? Yeah, I make contact to film before I go there. And we usually talk beforehand. So I've been in tons of conversations, tons of Skype, Zoom, and FaceTime calls with people to try to make the day in the life series happen. So it's a process, but it's funny. If you guys stick around, you'll remember these times when I'm struggling to make this new series happen. So it's cool to document and to keep that in mind because, it's a process and I'm struggling to make it work. But once it comes live, it's going to be a snowball effect, I think. Planning to come back to Egypt. I answered that. Hopefully Alexandria, some in the East. Yes, I'd love to go back to Egypt. All right, you guys. Any other questions? I'm gonna take off. Been on here for about an hour. It's my birthday. I'm gonna go celebrate by doing some more video editing. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna go celebrate getting some more work done for you guys. Lots of content coming, but if you want to give me a happy birthday, click on that first link, go to Gareth Eats, subscribe, and watch the Koreatown video in completion. And if you do go there, leave a comment saying I came here from the YouTube live, and tell me your name and where you're from or something like that. Leave a cool message over in the Koreatown video and Gareth Eats. Go check it out. Link is right there. I appreciate you guys. Have an awesome day. Have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you soon. We got to do this more often. I always say that. But yeah, content coming for the main channel here. I have another capsule hotel from Venice. I'm going to sneak this in at the end. Capsule hotel in Venice. I'm going to put on the main channel, and then it's going to go to the second channel, but that's going to come in 2 weeks. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Tons of planning on the back end, like I mentioned, but lots of new content coming. I haven't given up. It's just restructuring to feed my soul. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Have a great day. See you guys in the next one. Travel deeper.